Deep Dive with David Stendahl, where we trade without ego, no emotion, no greed, and no opinion. Before we begin tonight's video blog, please read over our trading disclaimer and remember to trade smart and accept the reality that trading futures is risky. This presentation does not provide buy-sell recommendations, and our information is strictly provided for educational purposes only. As always, trade at your own risk and analysis. Hey, it's David Stendahl with tonight's Deep Dive. It is August 29th, 2018, and we're going to take a look at natural gas tonight, the ETF being UNG. We've got a mixed bag here when it comes to the basically the trends to the market. And we have a nice situation, which is always kind of like a starting point for us when the technical rating is basically flat. Now we have a pivot low that has occurred here, and that's what's causing us to sort of look at the market. Anytime you have with some of these markets any type of a little sideways action here when it comes to technical rating, that's just simply telling us that the market in itself, there's ambiguity as to what's taking place, and ambiguity leads to opportunity. That's the way we look at it. So we had a pivot low that occurred here in the elastic level, and this is typically always an early warning signal. If you have the slow pivot high or pivot low, that's typically a better signal. So take a look at the euro as well. But specifically on the natural gas, we had the pivot low, which is an early warning signal. If we come over here to the pro alerts, on natural gas, we had a flow low, and this is not a bad indicator. You can see that we've had something recently occur here in the euro today, just recently in the crude oil on the high side. Recently we had a doubt high that occurred, but we have a flow low, and this is more of another profit taking with the market having sold off. Here is the high from 3 trading days ago and the low from today. So if we actually take a look at this, you can see that the market did sell off, and that's where that doubt actually came into play, and now we have the low that is occurring here with the action in around the 50-day moving average. So there are a couple of things I want to point out. Specifically on the technical side, you can see that there's a little bit of resistance to the market all the way across there. We broke down. We're now in and around the 50-day moving average. If this is going to rise, it's going to have to rise, and it's got to break above this threshold right through here, which is at 2.894. That is this level right through here. So it's in the early stages. However, this is late August as I'm talking, and if we come back to the website, what I want to show you, a couple things here on the seasonal tendencies. First, charts, overview, monthly breakdown. That's where this particular page comes from, and we're now in August, but I'm looking at September, and you can see, maybe it's hard to see, but there's something going on here with natural gas, and so this is just kind of a catch-all that kind of tells you month to month to month to month what markets you may want to take a look at, and obviously in September natural gas really stands out. Now it's hard to see here and really get a lot of information, so if you want to zoom in, you just simply go to seasonal opportunities and you would look specifically at the market, and lo and behold, we have some short opportunities and we have some long opportunities, but there's opportunity long and short, but mostly on the long side here in natural gas. And so this is just a quick way to actually get a feel for what is taking place with the market and what to expect in the next month. So if we take a look at natural gas, here's a 5, a 10, and a 15-day or month or year seasonal tendencies. You can see that coming into leaving August, coming into the early part of September, that there's a little bit of sell-off consistently across the board. That's where that short opportunity was coming from on the opportunity side. But when you look at the opportunity on the long side, once we have that condition, then the market really starts to rally. So it's not necessarily a trade for right now, and it's more of a trade for what is potentially coming. But I do believe that there's going to be a really good seasonal position trade that one can take in natural gas in the early part of September. Again, this is the latter part of August as I speak here, and so I'm setting this up for an opportunity coming up here. Now, the systems themselves are actually long the market. And so our anticipation is that we're going to see how things kind of play out. We've got, these are short-term systems, a 45-minute bar and a 90-minute bar system, and so we have just a tiny little bit of an open position profit. I expect some more volatility until we get into the maybe the first week or so of September. So these will probably jump a little bit. Hopefully we liquidate with a profit. Maybe we'll look for some short opportunities. But then into September, it's setting up nicely for a really good seasonal trending trade. So I just want to at least kind of set the stage for something that is taking place, maybe not right now, but certainly within the next 2 weeks or so inside of that of natural gas. So watch this particular market carefully. We'll see how these systems sort of play out. My thinking is that with the fact that we're long these particular positions right now, if we're early, everything will be fine. They're short-term systems, they will liquidate. If for some reason that seasonal bias that I was talking about occurs on an early stage basis, then we're already in the positions and able to take advantage. So we're definitely going to have to just simply watch over the systems very carefully. But watch the seasonal tendencies, as I've pointed out. Watch some of these resistance levels that are sort of cropping up here in the market, and then see what does take place going into the first week-ish or so of September. So natural gas is the market. Hopefully you're able to take advantage of it should there be a pop to the market. And we will take a look at another market tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.